Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Hope you're not suffering too much because of restrictions, because of COVID in your area. In the UK here, the area that I live in is still in the least restrictive area, so we are allowed to meet up with people outside our household, and we can go to pubs and things if we wanted to. I'm not actually doing any of that, but it's not too bad around here. I am still going to the gym, which I'm really thankful for because it's doing my fitness levels the world of good. Anyway, let's get on to today's project, which is this lovely card here. I made this for a blog hop a week or so ago. Probably 2 weeks by the time this is published, and it was for, the theme was harvest time. I didn't have any harvesty type stamps. I haven't got any pumpkins or apples or ears of wheat or anything in my stash, so I decided to go with autumnal colours, sort of harvesty type colours. So we had Daffodil Delight, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Cinnamon Cider and Mango Melody. So I'm going to remake it today and show you how to make it. Love these daisies. This medium daisy punch is my favourite product. I've had to choose one product out of the whole Stampin' Up catalogue. I think the daisy punch would be it. I absolutely love it. And not just because of my name, but I do really love daisies. Yeah, we're using the daisy punch. We're also using the matching Daisy Lane stamp set. So we're going to be stamping the little daisy and then layering it up 3 layers to get those daisies. But I decided I was going to change up the colours today. These colours are really not my thing. I quite like this card, but I would never go to this colour palette as a matter of choice. So I thought we'd change it up a little bit today. So what we are going to do is we're going to use this colour palette, which, as you will see, is much more my thing. I love these colours together. These just make me so happy. So we've got Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, Mango Melody and Granny Apple Green. Absolutely love them. And what we're going to start with is by making our card blank. So I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana and I'm going to cut that at 15. My card is going to measure 15 centimetres by 21 centimetres, so it's quite an unusual card, but I think what I'm going to do is come back on at some point and show you how to make envelopes for your odd size cards so that you can make an envelope for this size of card. So that's the problem with making these. You can't easily go anywhere and buy them. Right, okay, so what I need to do, I've cut it at 15. I now need to score at 7.5. So there we go. And then I just need a panel of Whisper White to put on there. I'm just taking a scrap of Whisper White and I'm going to cut this to, what am I going to cut it to? So that was 7, so that was 7.5, so I'm going to cut this to 7. Actually, I'm going to cut it 6.9 actually, so that the edges will be 0.3 of a centimetre. The borders will be 0.3 of a centimetre each side. Let me just see. Just check that's right, and then I just need to trim a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's a nice border. And then here, so it was 21, so it now needs to be, I'm going to need my arm out for this one. Now needs to be 21 minus 6 centimetres, so it needs to be 20.4 if my maths is correct. So just trimming a little bit off there, so that should fit quite nicely. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so that's my trimmer finished with. Of course, if you're using dark card, you might want to take another panel, put it inside. I might do that later on. Maybe we'll do that. I never think about it until I'm on camera, which is a bit bizarre really. I should think about it more readily. Right, just giving that a good old burnish to get that laying flattish. There we go. Right, okay, and this is just going to go on here. So this is going to be so much brighter. So on this one I used crumb cake for my background because I wanted to stay within that tonal range. Okay, so just a little bit of Tombow on here. So these card blanks, I quite like this shape actually. I'm really loving this shape. but it does pose a bit of a problem. I found a whole stash of envelopes that I'd bought a long time ago, but obviously a cheap factory clearance or something, and I've got some gold, some silver and some white pearl envelopes. So if you wanted to buy some, I'm happy to sell a few to you, so just get in touch and I'll work out a price, and they won't be very expensive. Right, okay, now we're going to do daisies in all those colours I showed you before. I've actually done four of them already. So we've got Melon Mambo, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. So we're going to do the Coastal Cabana. So what I did here was I stamped, so this one and this one I stamped with Versamark, and I've also stamped with Versamark on Coastal Cabana. What I find is Versamark doesn't show very much on the lighter colours, so here I've used Daffodil Delight to stamp on both of these colours. So even on that one I've stamped Daffodil Delight. Okay, so I just need to punch those out. So very easy, just stamp them and then get your punch, line them up to your punch. Love using our punches. So I love die cutting, but this is so much easier and quicker using punches. There we go. There's one. And another. And so we need 3 layered on top of each other to make the daisies. You probably could get away with 2, but I quite like that full look. So before I do anything, I'm just going to use my bone folder to turn up the petals a bit, like so. There we go. Ooh, I don't know if you could hear that, my stomach's rumbling. It's quite early in the morning here and I haven't had breakfast yet, so I thought I'd nip on and do a quick video before I had breakfast, but my stomach is protesting. Right, okay, and so then we need to layer these up. Now this can be a little bit tricky, so just a little bit of Tombow in the middle of one of them, and then you need to put them so that the petals are slightly offset but that there are still some gaps, and just getting them to line up can be a bit tricky. So can you see there's more spaces somewhere than there are, but you just have to fiddle around with it a little bit, get it to where you think. So what you want is a daisy where you're going to be able to fill in the extra gaps with the extra one. So there we go. So although that's not particularly even, when I put this one on top it's going to fill in all those gaps. So like I say, it's some ways it's easier to do it with just 2 daisies, but I quite like the fuller effect that this gives us. So there we go. Lovely. So I'm just going to leave that to dry a little bit because these will just move around a little bit until the glue is absolutely dry. So just going to leave that to dry while we work with these ones. So we're just going to work out my colour scheme. So I think I'm going to do red, green, yellow, and then the Coastal Cabana one will come on the end there, like that. Okay, so that's our colour scheme. So we are going to mark, so I'm going to measure halfway so that I get it exactly in the right place. So my trusty mechanical pencil and my ruler. So this is 21, so I want to mark 10.5. Now on this one I did do them slightly, they're slightly towards the top, not very much, but this gap is bigger than this gap because I thought I might want to put a very thin sentiment on this card. I hadn't decided what occasion I would use this for, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do them towards the top so that I've got room to put a sentiment. So I'm going to put that there, but I'm going to put it nearer the top than the bottom so I've got room to put a sentiment on afterwards if I decide to do so. So there we go. Put that one there. And then I'm going to come in with the colours to the end, so I'm going to put these 2 in, and then these ones will fit in between. So just so those ones need to be really quite far up against the edges there. So let's do the yellow one first, like So I'm trying to get it in line with the pink one still. The green one's going to pop in there, the Granny Apple Green is going to pop in there. And then the Coastal Cabana one, it's going to curl these petals a little bit more. There we go. That's going to go on the edge here. And then the Melon Mambo, no, not Melon Mambo, Mango Melody, all the M's is going to go there. They do love a bit of alliteration for their colours, Stampin' Up. And for their stamp sets, actually. There's quite a lot of alliteration in the stamp set names as well. Right, there's our stamp. There's our daisies. Now, for the centres, I used, once again, and I've used this quite a lot, this little dotty stamp from the Arrange the Wreath set and the matching die, which is that little one there, to die cut it out. So I've die cut 5 circles out of Daffodil Delight. So it's not going to show up particularly well on my Daffodil Delight one, but I'm hoping that will sort of blend in with the others. Not look too bad. Where are my other ones gone? I've only got 3 here. Oh, well, I did cut out 5 of those, but 2 seem to have mysteriously disappeared at the minute, so we'll have a little search for those later on. No idea where those have gone then. Not on my pile here. I did do 5. Nope, no idea where those have gone. Oh, okay, right, okay, well, just, should we quickly do them? Let's quickly do them. Bit of impromptu die cutting here. So we need the little dotty stamp, the wiggly circle die, and my die cutter. Just talk amongst yourselves while I find my die cutter. It's right here beside me, but it's not set up ready to use, which it would be if I'd known I was going to use it. No idea what kind of happened to those in between me setting up for this video and hey ho. It's quite nice for you to see me doing it anyway. So there's my die cutter and there's my plates. And I need to take, let's just move this out of the way for a second, take a little bit of Daffodil Delight card and my Daffodil Delight stamp pad, which I've very efficiently put away. So I didn't think I needed it. Great plans and all that, trying to be organised, never works. Right, there we go, we've got two little centres stamped there. And then I'm going to bring in my, now you could use the magnetic plate for this if you wanted to. I tend to use washi tape, so I just line it up and stick with a bit of washi tape. It works for me, and of course it's a bit cheaper. There we go. And another one. So just remove the washi tape. It's fairly low tack, so it shouldn't tear your card, and reposition. Can't believe I lost those though. No idea where they've gone. They'll turn up when I'm tidying my desk later on. They will turn up. And there. There we go. So let's put that to one side. Just remembered, I think my alarm is going to go off on my phone, which I'm filming on in a minute. So all fun and games today. I thought I was fairly organised, but maybe I wasn't. Right, okay. And there. There. Oh, isn't that lovely colour scheme? I love it. So much more me than the other one. And then all we've got to do is glue on some leaves. And I am going to use gold. These are gold foil that I have cut these out of. And these have been cut with the Magnolia dies. And I can't remember what the dies. The set is Good Morning Magnolia. And I keep all my die sets in them, but I can't remember exactly what the dies are called. But it's the set that goes with Good Morning Magnolia and these 3 leaves. And we then just need to glue a few of those into place So would be like that. So just experiment. So I'm not putting glue on these at the minute because I've got a feeling if my alarm goes off, I'm going to have to finish quite sharpish. So, but you get the effect. So I would just use a little bit of Tombow to glue these down, and then the card would be finished. Absolutely love it. I'm loving these colours. So, I mean, it's because I'm much more a summer person. Oh, that's not in the middle. That's gone ski woof. There we go. I'm not going to put too much down there because that might be where I want my sentiment. One up here, will one fit there? Not really, so we might do one that way round and there. And that's probably enough. Maybe one more here. There, beautiful. So that's what it will look like. So I'm going to come off camera now because I know my alarm is going to go off and disturb us all in a sec. And I'm not sure how to turn my alarm off while I'm using my phone to record. So anyway, that's our card. So I wonder which is your favourite. Some of you might be more an autumnal person. Some of you might be like me and like spring and summer colours a bit more. But whichever is the one that you like. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you'll join me again soon for another video for quick and simple cards. I don't tend to do anything that's too complicated. Always fairly simple to replicate my cards. But I hope you have a lovely day, and I will be back with you very, very soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.